Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of Pathologic 3. We finished all the objective in day 4. At least all those that were presented to us when we started the day. So we also did day 3 and day 5. So we basically finished 3 days out of 12. Normally we would go to day 6, but in this game, uh, you can basically switch to any day you want. So this time we are going back to day 2 because we have a bunch of objectives to finish, and some of them might have repercussions in the next days. So we're going to visit day number 2, which is going to be easier because there'll be no plague yet, I believe. So no Shabnak to follow you and kill you in infected districts. Alright, let's talk to the Inquisitor.
Please don't confuse inspection and inquisition. Inspection and investigation. Investigation and the secret police.
Will you be so kind and grace me with your signature, Honorable Bachelor, right here on this line if you please? Can I at least read it first? What good are signatures if everyone's going to read the papers first? It's just a statement that you're speaking with me of your own free will, by your own desire, dare I say it, that you volunteered to tell me your sorrowful tale. Fine, give me the paperwork. Wonderful. Now then, day 2. According to witness testimonies, Bachelor Dankovsky desecrates the body of the deceased town sage and healer, heightening social tensions among the local populace. As a doctor, I don't desecrate anyone's bodies. It's called research. As far as I understand, it was in Isidore Burak's house that you discovered the first signs of, they called it the sand plague. It doesn't matter. You broke in. Don't interrupt. Fine, I'll rephrase. You entered Isidore Burak's house. With what purpose? It was Isidore who invited me to the town. I suspected his death might be connected to Simon's murder. And you thought playing detective was more important than finding the source of a deadly disease. I couldn't have known about the epidemic on the second day. I don't believe that's true. Who do you take me for, a prophet? Enough, we're wasting time. Have it your way. I'll close the report and pretend I know nothing. Tell me what you did on the second day. And what interests me most is not your detective games, but the origin of the plague. I believe Burak's death and the start of the plague are connected. Alright, let's start the day and see what objectives we have. In which the Bachelor disturbs the Earth twice. Got some loot here. We don't have anything else because this is the first time we're doing this day. Alright, let's check out the objective map. Final refuge. Today the late Isidore Burak is being buried. Do I have a chance to examine his body before that? While I was getting off the train, Isidore was being killed, or maybe already dying. Examining the body would help find a connection between these events, if there even is a connection. Today I finally can talk with the Kains about the circumstances of the immortal patriarch's death, or can I? On the day 2, someone barricaded Isidore's study. If only I'd come here in the morning. Letter from the edge of the world. It was Isidore who invited me to town. Invited and then was killed. His study may hide circumstances of his death as well as some clues for me. An echo of Simon is hidden in Isidore Burak's study. Maria Kaina, Simon's niece, brought her entourage to Isidore's house. They appear to be enacting some ancient ritual. Simon Kain's family has excommunicated me from their home and friendship. However, the younger Kains don't follow this prohibition. So, I'll probably have to make amends with the Kains. Okay, this is day 5. Yeah, these are alright. Let's talk to Eva.
There'll be no deaths while you're with us, right?
You probably want to ask why the time's fragmentation is Simon's design and not a flaw in your perception. You remember our conversations in the wrong order. No, in the right one. I remember everything correctly, unlike everyone else. Simon was a teacher to me, I suppose. He taught me calligraphy, piano, and dowsing. I don't think he considered me an outstanding student, though. He was a fool not to. Both Simon and Isidore had many students. I think it was more important to Simon that I agreed to live in the Stillwater. It's a difficult house. It exhausts most people, and out of gratitude, he showed me a few things here and there. So, you can tell me about his philosophy. You know how people sometimes say a person of integrity? Simon believed that integrity and wholeness limit a person, and that to become something greater, one must first stop being a monolith. I don't understand how that would help. The Kains also believe in memory. They believe part of a person is the imprints they leave on other people, places, and objects, and that the more of your traces settle on them, the less you're imprisoned by your body or your lifespan. When I talk to people, I sometimes feel like I see myself through their eyes. It's hard, isn't it, when everything gets mixed up? But then again, it should be hard. A trial requires exertion. Is this the path Simon laid out for me? I don't know. And what difference does it make? Would you even be able to step off it now if you wanted to? Of course not, but for a moment it was nice to imagine that my neurosis and exhaustion were not the weakness of my organism, but the designs of some great sage. Okay, we got 50 amalgam back because it's the first time that we visit. Day 2. Alright, let's check out. Alright, here I'm to quarrel with the Kains forever, or could this have been avoided? Alright, let's visit the Kains and try to make amends. Alright, we have a much bigger mirror here, but I don't really need any amalgam yet. Going to kick this.
Vibrant. Everything's so vibrant.
I'm going to kick this too.
Never alone. Things everywhere.
And I'm going to go here. Also, I think I can visit the cathedral if I need more amalgam, because I haven't visited the cathedral yet. Mister, do you really fix people? I suppose I do, in a sense, if I don't break them completely. And doggies? Can you fix doggies? To be clear, when you say fix, you mean cure, right? Are you sure you got the right man? Any veteran airman would work, even you. There's a doggy in a cage in our gang's fortress, but he stopped eating and we're worried about him a little bit. Why is it in a cage? He's being punished. The doggy snuck into our fortress and was being really naughty, so we locked him up. But now he's been sulking and he won't eat and he's getting really real skinny and he just sits in the corner wheezing and I think he might be broken. What do you mean wheezing? Is it having trouble breathing? That's what we worried about. He was okay at first, but now he whimpers and snaps at us if we get close. Poor doggy. Alright, I'll go take a look at your doggy. Alright, innocent requests. Children at the warehouses have problems they can't solve without my help. Their ill patient is a puppy. This is definitely the very person I got my education. I left the capital for things like that. I don't think it's a puppy. I think it's a child. It's a kid with one of those dog masks. Alright, where is it? Oh, it's the second house. I don't have nuts yet. Oh, there is something here actually. That's nice. A little bit far off the beaten path, but okay. There you go. More loot here. Nice. Now I can buy anything I need. If I need anything. Alright, I think it's right here, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check. Well, I think it's this way. Yeah. Alright. Okay, so we've been here in one of the previous days, but there was no one here. Ooh, loot. Nice. Oh, and there's a mirror here. You know what? I'm going to
A soul
break
is
it.
like a spring
Camera
or a
obscura.
bowstring. The
Camera
harder you
lumina.
pull, the further your thought reaches when you release.
All right.
It's a disgrace to be illiterate. One must learn to read the signs of fate.
So, I'm the illiterate? Why, just because I broke the mirror in front of you? You are quite insistent, bachelor. These walls still grieve for Simon. The house is not yet ready to receive guests. Okay, we need to be a bit careful how we talk to this guy because we need to make amends with the Kains. I'm going to go with this reply. I realize how a visit at this time looks, but I see it as my duty to offer condolences in person. Your duty? To whom? And what else does this duty entail? We barely know each other, and you did not know Simon at all. I haven't been here for long, but I am aware of how much he meant to the town. Not a mere ruler, more the cornerstone of some vast and intricate building. Unless this is flattery, perhaps you did indeed understand Simon and all of us. Why have you come? Are you counting on Simon's family to help you? To shed a light on his secrets? Getting your money's worth, so to speak. Nope. Nope. I don't know how to answer that, Georgie. Obfuscation in the face of scientific interest is not my strong suit. And yes, that Simon is still of scientific interest. Careful, bachelor. Honesty is the best policy, but tact has its own rewards. You stand in the home of a deceased man talking to his brother. Choose your words more carefully. I choose to say that honoring Simon's memory involves, among other things, studying the phenomenon of his life and understanding his work. Not all of Simon's work is here in the crucible, it's all around us. In the eyes of every person on the street, the town itself is Simon's work. Have you studied the town yet, bachelor? I'm just getting started, but I'm aware it's an unusual place built by unusual people. I'm a stranger, however. I ask that you help me uncover the town's secrets. Your dogged pursuit of other people's secrets is obnoxious, bordering on impertinent. I believe your motives are sincere, bachelor, but this is too soon. Curb your zeal and allow us to come to terms with our loss. Come to terms with your loss or hide the fact that Simon's body has been stolen from you. Don't bother to protest. I know. Huh. You know how? That's unimportant. You wouldn't believe me anyway. Well, you're right. We don't have the body, and the fact that you know that matters more than you think. I may have an inkling why. Simon warned me you were coming. He said to me a doctor will arrive on the second day and ask to see the body. If he says it's been stolen, he is the one. Tell him to look for it. He warned you. Of course he did. I did not understand what stolen body he was talking about, and here you are, bachelor, speaking the words I have been waiting for. Hopefully our conversation will be different from now on. Let's start at the beginning. Tell me how Simon died. I know less than you're hoping for. Shortly before his death, Simon disappeared. Neither we nor the townspeople saw him for several days. He returned in the middle of the night, instructing everyone in the house not to eat meat or drink water for a week. And he gave no explanation? None, but he didn't need to. You must understand he was a man who existed on a different plane. We accepted his instructions to mourn without question. Now I am sure he knew that he was dying. Afterward, he locked himself in the focus, saying he wasn't to be disturbed. What is this focus? A focal point in our modern sense, or an erudite reference to the original Latin word for a heart? It is both. The focus is Simon's private space. It does have a physical entrance located in the wing of the crucible currently occupied by our younger brother Victor. The wing used to be Simon's, but by the time Victor grew up, Simon had learned to manipulate space so as to make do with only his study. I don't understand, so there's more to Simon's study than meets the eye. The focus is Simon's study. It is also his bedroom, as well as his workshop, library, laboratory, and whatever else he needed it to be. But the focus is also a state of mind in resonance with a state of matter. Discovering that resonance was one of his life's greatest achievements. I am not surprised it was where he died. So it is the site of his death? The focus cannot be entered unless its owner wills it. However, that night I woke up with an irresistible urge to knock. I cannot explain it. It was as if a hook lodged itself in my heart and dragged me towards the door. Simon didn't respond, but I was able to enter, and he was already dead. What exactly did you see? Testimony from before anything was moved is very important. I'm unsure of my memory. It's clouded from the shock from the effects of the focus. The state of the body shocked me, twisted and mutilated as if through torture. Like an invisible force had wrung all the pain it could from Simon, though he fought it to the last. I know you say you're unsure, but doesn't this mean Simon was murdered? Someone crept into the study, and only if Simon let the murderer in himself. Locks are not what guards the focus. Besides, I do not believe a visitor would retain the capacity to end a life. As I told you, it is a state of mind, not a three-dimensional space. Nevertheless, I would like to examine the place he died. Now that you have proved you are the one Simon was expecting, I do not and cannot object. The question is whether the focus will feel the same way. Go to Victor's wing of the house and try it. I cannot help you. Indeed, I could not even help my nephews, my own Cain blood. It is a trial everyone must take alone. Thank you for your permission and this conversation itself. Good luck, Bachelor. Stop by sometime. I'm sure I can find plenty to talk about with a guest of Simon's. Another thing, I'm sure you will locate the body and study it. I I am prepared to entrust it to you, but please promise me you will identify the thief. Of course, it is in our common interest to do so. Whoa, that was a very, very interesting conversation. Whew. Now, what do we need to do? Today is the day I received the blessing to visit Simon's study. Oh, it's the other wing, the east wing. Alright. Okay, so we have to go this way. I need a little bit more money.
Enough.
But alright. That's another one here.
You're too high
One
strung.
better. Alright. Okay, there's a guy here.
With every breath, your soul drains slowly away. So just keep your mouth shut and don't let it slip out.
Daniil Dankovsky, an honor. Victor Kain at your service. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. It's a grim day. Grim? No, I'd say strange. You just lost a brother, didn't you? I don't mean to be blunt, but aren't you finding it difficult? As the youngest, I grew up expecting Simon and Georgie to go before me, is what I should say. But frankly, it isn't just the factory hands who thought Simon was immortal. It still feels like a bad dream to me. You're struggling to accept reality. That's a known symptom of mourning. When my wife Nina died, I kept asking myself, why her? Why not me? I looked for an answer and found none. She was stronger, smarter, just better than I was. Now Simon is dead and it's dawning on me. Death takes the best. It shuns the mediocre, like myself. You're wrong. Death doesn't discriminate. It takes us all. Now everyone will talk about what a great man Simon was, and it's true. Yet my dearest memory of him is simple. When he built me a a camera lucida, it projected images into paper. Tigers in the jungle, magnificent places. I've never seen anything more beautiful, except Nina, of course. What's a camera lucida? A cousin of camera obscura, an optical curiosity, a prism that superimposes the world into the page. To a 7-year-old, it was a miracle. But never mind, I don't imagine you're here just to offer condolences. I heard that Simon's body was stolen. Have you spoken to Georgie? Yes, it's true. The body was stolen. Unspeakable blasphemy. His death was like a knife to my heart, and now some fiend has decided to twist the blade. Any idea who did it? None, I'm sorry. I wish I could help. To think of my brother dragged through the streets like a bag of bones and guts. I can't imagine who would do such a thing. I will find your brother's body. You have my word. Thank you, and please don't mistake my grief for evasion. Ask whatever you must. Forgive me for prying, but may I examine Simon's study? It is vital that I see it. I promise to leave it undisturbed. Please do. Simon was expecting you. He had high hopes, and now all that's left is an empty study. You're more than welcome to attempt an entry. Simon would want you to. Attempt an entry? What do you mean? Like Simon, the study has a particular temperament. It might admit you, or it might not. Sadly, it's not for me to decide. Well then, if you don't mind, I'll try my luck. Of course, you know he had a rare gift. He was meticulously organized, yet always appeared relaxed, never in a hurry, but always on time. I believe there is a saying about punctuality being a royal virtue. Punctuality is the politeness of kings and the duty of all gentlemen. Indeed. Alright. There's nothing to loot here. Alright. Alright, I think this is his study. And it's locked. Okay. The study is locked. I must grasp its essence to get inside. If only could I understand what that means. It means that we need to return later on. I think it's 9 p.m. We'll try and see. Anyway, let's do the other objective now. We have another objective. The puppy. We need to save the puppy, so to speak. It's not really a puppy, but we'll see. Okay, so the fastest way, it's this through this district. Alright. I think we have enough time. And there's no rioting in this district during these days, so
Every
that's
creak
great.
like a gunshot.
Okay, I need to follow the railroad. Alright, there's something here. Okay.
The
Thank
broken
you.
ones don't lie.
Thank you. Thank you. Wait. Yeah, I think I need to go this way. There should be a lot of loot in the warehouse district. Yeah, it's this way. It's behind this building, I think. Well, I think it's inside this building. Okay, so yeah, here's the dog. Exactly what I thought. It's a kid. Notkin, Soul and the Halves chieftain. There were two large gangs of children in the town. The Soul and the Halves kept animals and called them their halves, which supposedly understood them better than any humans did. Every Soul and a Half had such an animal companion, though I never saw a single one. Interesting.
Good, evil. There's only warm and cold, limber and stiff.
Alright. The name of this band and their philosophy reminds me of his Dark Material series, where each character had an individual demon that supposedly represents a sort of spirit animal. Anyway, let's continue. Your problems, little imp, are caused by the tower. You've completely lost touch with the earth up there. I used to be like that, too. Remember when we all used to play together, but now the games are over? Doghead captive. Don't go soft on him, chieftain. If he's turning up his snout at food, let him. Ah, so the doggy was a doghead all along. I should have guessed. He violated the treaty. He stalked around our turf and he broke into the warehouses because he wanted the lanterns. Our guys were going to give him a thrashing after they caught him, but I wouldn't allow it. See, doctor? There he is, unarmed. He's just refusing to eat for some reason, which is why we sent for you. I take it you're in charge here. What sort of gang is this? Name's Notkin. We are Soul and the Halves. We rule the town. We run the warehouses. We maintain order. What does Soul and the Halves even mean? Do you believe a person can have a non-integer number of souls? Everybody's got a soul and a heart, Doctor. Even you. Everyone carries a human and an animal within themselves. The soul and the heart. We acknowledge and embrace our nature. I see. And these guys in dog masks, they deny their nature, and that makes us enemies. They know they're not supposed to step on our turf, just like we don't step on theirs. We even have a treaty that forbids trespassing. Isn't that right, dog? He knows he violated the treaty like the dirty fleabag he is, not only trespassing, but stealing from us to boot. That's like spitting in my face and rubbing it in. It's personal. I can forgive a lot, but if I let this kind of foul play slide, I'd lose my own gang's respect. I think he's been punished enough. Perhaps you might let him go. Let him go, come on. We let him go, and next thing you know, he's out there blabbing about our lantern cache. He'll tell all his dog-headed pals. Don't listen to the doctor, chieftain. We can't let the pipsqueak go. We can't. You've tortured a kid to within an inch of his life. He can barely speak anymore. Are you going to starve him to death? Go to Khan, doctor. Tell him I'm here. Oh, looky here. The little moth just whimpered something inhuman. What's that you're whining about, puppy? You want Khan here, huh? Do you want us to dance a jig for you, too? Forget it. Khan, that's Kane Jr., right? Khan's their top dog. Those pups are all up in the tower where the winds have blown the last of their wits away. They think putting on a mask is all it takes to reject their animal nature, but that's just silly. How can you overcome your nature with a mask? I reckon Khan sent this little troll to us to begin with. His plan was to steal our lanterns, and now he's holed up in his tower, afraid to even peek out. That's weird. Do lanterns really warrant such severe maltreatment? Well, first of all, there was no whatever. You know what I mean, doctor. Didn't happen. We tried to feed him and he refuses to eat. And second of all, screw you too, okay? I told you, doctor, it's not about the lanterns. He violated the treaty. Then go fetch Khan if you can't settle this conflict without him. What was the point of sending a messenger for me? Yeah, sure, we should send a messenger to Khan so he grabs him and takes him prisoner. What kind of jackass would want to just walk into a captivity? Use your brain, man. We sent for you because the pup is starving himself and it's not right. We're not beasts unlike them. I want to do this the proper way, treaty and all. Alright, I'll tell Kane Jr. you're expecting him. Alright. They need the Dogheads leader Caspar Kane. Hmm. Alright. That means we need to go find that guy. Alright, he is right here. Alright. Still have a lot of time until we can enter Simon's study. I think he's in the glass tower. Let me check if I can trade anything, because I have a lot of stuff. I would like to buy this and this. That's 14. Alright, I'm going to... Oh, 14. That's perfect. Great. Oh. Oh, I'm not doing it right. All right. He's not here. Let's go down. But this grass tower is much bigger than it was in day 3 and day 4 and day 5 when I visited it. That's weird. Alright, where are you? Oh, you're somewhere around here. Oh, he's supposed to be here. That's weird. Oh, he's in the house. Oh,
A brood of pheasants
this
always
is the
broods.
You know Latin? I remember some phrases every so often. My uncle tried to teach it to me, but I slacked off during the lessons. I hated studying, but I've always liked how it sounded, like an incantation. What does that one mean? Non scholae sed vitae dis something? We did not learn for school, but for life. There's also this one, errare humanum est. I'm not sure why it came to mind just now. What does it mean? To err is human. Uncle once told me about the Tower of Babel. Long ago, people already had a polyhedron of their own. But it turned everyone against each other and they stopped understanding one another because of it. It seems that is the shared fate of every miraculous tower. Does your polyhedron also confuse the language of all the earth? I don't know. People argue in the same language, fighting about it if it does more harm or good, but it's like they're still speaking something different. They don't hear each other, or they don't want to. Why is it that only children live in the polyhedron? Uncle let us in there to protect us, but not all children want protection. Some of them don't want to be with us, like the soul and the halves living in the warehouses. Be on your guard if you meet them. They're notorious dullards. Those dullards are keeping one of your dog mask buddies in a cage at the warehouses. What? Damn him. Who was taken? Granky or TikTok? I don't know, I didn't ask his name. The boy hardly speaks at all. It's TikTok then. He's a quiet one. But no matter who's imprisoned, we have no time to waste. Come on. The sooner we get him out, the better. Let's go. Oh, we are already here. Nice. Very nice. Alright, we can talk to
I'll take you to your
kids.
end, rend, tend, mend.
Would you look at that? Caspar Kain, the one and only, descends to us from his ivory tower. If I'd known you were coming, I'd have rolled out the red carpet.
It's all too easy to unravel into shreds and patches.
You okay, Grunky? Have they been beating you, torturing you? Khan, please forgive me. What have you animals done to him? He can barely breathe. Easy, easy. We never laid a finger on him. He's been starving himself. We bring him food and the silly thing won't even eat it. And you, doctor, why have you returned? I thought you weren't interested in our squabbles. Khan has asked me to adjudicate your conflict. I asked the bachelor to attend. I figured you wouldn't dare violate the treaty in his presence. Funny you should say that, considering this pup of yours violating the treaty and being punished for it is the exact reason we're all here. But I'm fine with an arbiter presented, and I'm willing to hear any offers you have. I only have one, a hostage swap. Let Granky go, I'll take his place in the cage. What? What? It's my decision. My people are my responsibility. Uncle Simon taught me that if you can relieve someone of their pain and shoulder their burdens yourself, then you must. I have to stay the course for their sakes. So you're not even considering an option where no one gets locked in a cage? My uncle once said I had a great test of character ahead of me. He also spoke at length about how imprisoning your soul was the only way to know true freedom. But I never understood what he meant until I saw this cage. Looks like Uncle Simon did a poor job of explaining the concept of a metaphor to you. You're oddly quiet, Notkin. What happened? Isn't upholding the treaty what you wanted? You'll recall it does permit hostage exchanges. Yes, of course, I'm just wondering what the catch is. What are you after, Casper? That's the difference between us, Chieftain. You're always looking for a catch, but I just do what my heart tells me to. Don't trust him, Chieftain. Bet you anything he's got a lockpick in his pocket. We lock him up now, he waits for nightfall, then pop, and he's gone. And what do you think of Caspar Kains so far, Doctor? You're the arbiter today, after all. There's no other option, Atkin. You're going to have to agree or you'll end up starving Granky to death. So be it. Have it your way, Caspar. Open the cage, but I'm warning you. If you pull something, it's war. You mark my words, Chieftain. We lock him up now. His entire posse is gonna kick down our doors tonight. That won't happen. Granky, tell the crew not to try anything. I'm going to handle this myself. Is that clear? The last thing we need is bloodshed. Ipsi testudinas edite, qui chepistis. I have no idea what that means. Maybe the kid knows. Alright. Can we talk to the guy? We can't. Alright. Oh, we can talk to Granky. Why? Just why? Why did you have to interfere? Who even asked you? You lot caused nothing but trouble. Who's you lot? It's always the same. Every time a grown-up intervenes, there's trouble. Are you actually upset that you've been rescued? That is better than dishonor. What am I gonna tell my friends? That I got caught by Notkin's crew? That Khan's locked up in a cage now because of me? Khan took a risk for you. Try to be worthy of it. Everybody already teases me anyway. Granky the Frankie, brain of a monkey. I just wanted to prove I could be useful. I wanted to get those lanterns. Of course, the lanterns are what landed you inside that cage, right? It wasn't about the lanterns, it was about sticking up for something beautiful. Those cat lovers stole a bunch of pretty lanterns from somewhere and stashed them in one of their warehouses. But it's not right when beautiful things belong to idiots, is it? You should take them. Thank you. Perhaps I can figure out some use for them. Oh, I think we're going to need to drink
More
one
at
of
ease,
this.
more clear.
We have a new decree idea, encouragement. Decorate the town with colorful items. Interesting. So we got a decree out of this stuff. And I'm going to drink one of this. Alright. I think we are done. There's something to loot here. Nice. Very nice. Is there anything else? Nope. That was it. Alright, so we still have about 6 hours, I think. Not sure we have time. No, I don't think so. So, let's go to... No, let's go here first. I wanna trade some more.
Tired of this noise.
Alright. I can see the polygon from here. Oh, there's another mirror here. Oh, so this is just a tower. It's not a polygon. Oh. Okay, what do you have? Oh, you have the same stuff. So I can't really buy anything good from you. I'm going to take some health. Alright, so there you go. Alright. Alright, the exit is on this side. There's the exit.
Boiling, cracking, screeching, living.
Time skip. Okay, we can skip time until 20. Almost 21. Alright. Oh, preservation. Patrolmen won't intervene until the children kill each other. What? Okay. The king's speech. Caspar took the captivity of one of his own seriously. He's going to negotiate and ask me to arbitrate. Schoolboy's checkmate. The soul and the house released their prisoner. Caspar took his place in the cage instead. He no longer needs my help. Alright, so we solved that objective. I now have to go back to try enter Simon's locus. Alright. Ooh, look, the polyhedron looks amazing. Oh, it's here, maybe, I think. Yep. Alright. Okay, we can open. Oh. Cutscene. What? I got inside the study and it's completely empty, despite George's assurances that the crime scene was untouched. What the hell? Yeah, there's nothing here. Just a clock. Ah, you win this time. I told you Khan wasn't in there. What on earth are you kids doing here? Looking for Khan. He should be on Earth somewhere, but that's so much ground to cover. Did you kidnap him? Confess. I didn't kidnap anyone. That's what every kidnapper says. He's disappeared somewhere and we're here to find him. We looked under every bed and in every drawer, but he's nowhere to be found. You were in the study just now. Did you happen to see him in there? Okay, Khan is in the warehouses, locked in a dog cage, gnawing on a bone. It's odd that you weren't informed. Haha, Khan is something, isn't he? That's what you saw in the study, right? Where is he really? I saw nothing of the sort. In fact, I barely saw anything in the study, but I was present for his negotiations with the soul and the house and their fortress. And how did the negotiations go? Wait for the rescued captive to come running back. He'll tell you all the details. Interesting. Okay, who is this guy?
I always tell my cast to knock 'em dead before they come on stage, but perhaps tonight it's in poor taste.
Mark Immortal, look who's here, rare guest indeed, dressed to the nines, straight from the capital with his high society manners. You've a theatrical streak, bachelor. I liked that about you. You make an entrance like you're stepping into the spotlight on a stage. I prefer the picture show myself actually. Giving up, leaving people for the flat and the silent, I didn't expect that from you. Huh. I've seen a film where people go to the moon. The moon had a human face. That's the pictures for you. No substance, just smoke in your eyes. Fine, until you scratch them out. Would you really give up the tragedy of Oedipus for a moon with a human face? Who says I'm giving it up? Must theater compete with the pictures? They can very much coexist. You're playing around, Dankovsky. I can see a hint of a smile there, tucked into the corner of your mouth. Why have you come to the crucible, Mark? I should be asking you that. Why have you come to the crucible, Dankovsky? To express my condolences to the late Simon's family. Why else? The crucible is unpleasantly crowded today, like a playhouse during intermission. People sauntering in wearing garments from the capital, their faces cramped with a nervous tick, making polite inquiries about Simon. What do you mean, people? Is this more wordplay, or was there someone here before me? Haven't you met her? What an astonishing non-meeting. Were I not a stage director, I think it's staged. Not at all a coincidence. Oh, this is the woman that we were looking for in day 3, I believe. Who might be the thief who stole Simon's body, or maybe even killed him? Wait, who's her? A woman wearing a garment from the capital with a cold, anemic face. She was here just before you. What did she say? Nothing. We didn't talk. I just watched her walk by in the corridor. That's it. Why would I speak to her? When she passed, I felt a wave of arrogance wash over me. Arrogance and menace. Have you seen that woman before? Never, and I hope to never see her again. She made my hands cold. If she only just left, I got a chance to catch her outside. Really? I doubt that. But let's try. Oh! There she is!
Stop looking at me
no,
like a dead
it's
fish.
not. Wait, Daniil, you spoke with the liars in this house. Tell me, are you part of their conspiracy? Or are they leading you around by the nose? Liars? I spoke to your family. Precisely. Please note, I am not calling them scoundrels. My father, uncle, brother, they are all men of honor, but an inventive mind can build magnificent palaces of intellect on a foundation of sand, a common sin of inventors and eccentrics. All my relatives are undeniably intelligent, but they lack the spark of insight, and so they draw false conclusions, ergo they lie. And what did they lie to me about? In a word, they say Uncle Simon is dead. I beg your pardon? Simon is alive. What I like to know is, are you helping them hide it, or are you being deceived like the rest? Why do you say that? You just left his focus. Surely you sensed it, that diagonal inverse space. I haven't visited it often, but enough to know. My family claims that's where Simon died, but is death even possible in such a place? By the way, who was in there before me? I found a cigarette burning on the desk. No one can enter that place. The fact that you, someone without Kain blood, managed it is a small miracle in and of itself. Well, then maybe someone of Kain blood was in that study, someone I'm not aware of. Mark Immortal mentioned seeing some woman. Have you seen her? Please focus, Daniil. I'm trying to talk to you about something important. As am I. What could be more important than the circumstances of Simon's death and the mysterious people with a vested interest in them? I told you, Simon is alive. My father claims Simon died the night before your arrival, but I saw you with him yesterday morning. Where was that? Come now, Daniil. I know your secret. I saw you talking with Simon beneath the polyhedron yesterday morning. I won't ask what you spoke of. I have no right to pry into Uncle's secrets, and I won't torture you into breaking a vow. But the lie about his death sows confusion. It chokes the townsfolk with black despair. Please stop spreading it. If I met Simon, I'd definitely remember it. That is exactly my point. I could be wrong, but I don't think that happened. I don't think I've met Simon Kain. Yes, your eyes tell me that you believe your own words. You're not part of the conspiracy. The lie has ensnared you too. Break free of it. People need Simon. I need him. And I believe that you do too. If Simon is alive, that changes everything. Exactly. That's why you must not believe the lies. Don't lose faith. That's the key. I don't know where Simon is. Sometimes I feel his gaze on me when I walk down the street, but when I turn around, no one's there. Other times I'm convinced a stranger's footsteps belong to him, and there are times I fancy him a shapeshifter, that he can become anyone. Don't lose faith. You're the one sowing confusion now, Maria. Another thing, don't return to my father and uncle and try to catch them in a lie. You'll never outmaneuver their rhetoric, and the attempt will cost you their trust. They won't give you a straight answer, so you must pave your own way, Daniil. If anyone can manage it, it's you. I'm certain of that. I always pave my own way, Maria. Wow, that was enlightening. And weird. Is there anything else here? Nope. Oh. Alright. I think we are done. Reconciliation, yes. Alright, I think we are done. We have to restart the day anyway, because we have another objective here, a very important one, even two. Today I bury Isidore, and I need to examine Isidore's body. Alright. But that will happen in the next episode. Temporary dead end. Yep, it's clear I'm missing something, but today I won't solve the study's mystery. Getting inside is a huge success already. So we did finish the objective. We'll just finish the day. Restart the day. And continue with the objectives. There are no decrees yet because there's no plague. Thank you everyone for watching, and see you in the next episode. Take care, bye bye.